Could I interest you in everything, all of the time? A little bit of everything, all of the time.
A man helped a thirsty crow by giving it water. To his surprise, the crow followed him home. When the man tried to shoo it away, the crow clung to his hand and wouldn't let go. Realizing the crow might be hungry, the man gave it some cat food to eat. After the crow was full, it left without further fuss. The next day, the man heard what he thought were meows coming from outside his window. Assuming it was his cat playing outside, he opened the window, only to be surprised when the crow flew in. The crow then confidently walked into the bathroom for a bath and made itself comfortable on the man's bed, ready to sleep. Though the man found the situation amusing and a bit perplexing and decided to let it stay, the crow turned out to be very affectionate, often snuggling up to the man and asking for pets. The man's life became much more entertaining with the clever crow around, filling his days with unexpected joy. A cow fled from home to escape slaughter and unexpectedly found refuge in the forest by joining a herd of deer. The 4-month-old calf named Bonnie was sold to a slaughterhouse after its owner suddenly passed away. Determined to evade its fate, Bonnie seized an opportunity during loading and slipped into the nearby forest. Soon, people noticed a suspicious cow on surveillance cameras, always seen alongside a group of deer. Despite Bonnie's fondness for its deer companions, having been raised by humans from a young age, it lacked the survival skills for the wild. As local residents were divided, with some even considering harming Bonnie. To aid Bonnie, rescue teams started providing daily food, aiming to gain its trust. Quickly, Bonnie realized their intentions and obediently followed the rescue team to a new sanctuary. In this abandoned animal farm, Bonnie found companionship among its kind and could finally live out the rest of its life in safety and peace. The swan accidentally got its head stuck in the railing. A passing man kindly helped it out. The swan felt rescued by this man and began following him closely. They arrived at the man's backyard. The swan hesitated a bit, but after receiving permission, it happily trotted in. The man took good care of the swan, buying it many beautiful clothes. The swan would joyfully spin around in place. It loved rainy days because then the man would hold an umbrella for it and give it a kiss. Perhaps the swan didn't understand the meaning of the umbrella, but it knew that as long as the man was around, its feathers would always stay dry. However, what puzzled the man was that the swan didn't seem to like his wife. Whenever she approached, the swan would drive her away. The swan always loved to stick close to the man, and whenever he appeared, it would happily run towards him. To ensure the swan had a comfortable environment, the man specially created a paradise for it. Seeing this paradise, the swan joyfully spun around in place. The bear suddenly had a heart attack and fell from a tree. It struggled to crawl to the roadside for help. A man found it and rushed it to a rescue center. The bear was in very bad shape, but the doctors didn't give up. They performed a CT scan and a full-body scan. After 8 hours of emergency treatment, the bear finally survived. During its hospital stay, the man took care of its daily needs, preparing various nutritious meals and helping it with physical therapy. Under the man's careful care, the bear gradually recovered and became quite chubby. The bear felt very happy and content with the man's companionship. When the bear was fully recovered, the man made a difficult decision to release it back into the wild. Knowing that was its true home, the bear was reluctant to leave. A year later, a group of bear cubs appeared at the man's home. It turned out the bear had brought its children to visit its old friend. The bear hugged the man tightly, expressing its gratitude and longing. This monkey got on the wrong side of the Monkey King and ended up being surrounded and attacked by the troop, forcing it to escape onto the water's surface. Every day, it had to paddle a boat just to get by. It refused to bow down to the Monkey King, who sent spies to keep tabs on it. Whenever it tried to come ashore, the Monkey King would rally the others to beat it up. So, it survived on water-soaked food daily, even when the keepers drained the pool to clean it, leaving it alone on a rock in the pool, eyeing the shoreline where the troop waited, too afraid to return. When it rained, it had to sit alone on a bamboo raft. Its plight garnered sympathy from many, but despite over 2 years on the water, it didn't mend its ways. It even tried rallying other monkeys to rebel against the Monkey King, which ended in an even worse failure. This enraged the Monkey King completely. From then on, its survival became even more difficult. Do you think it got what it deserved?